Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the magical colleges of Strixhaven. I am Professor Cornelius, expert in magical theory and wizard par excellence. Soon you shall learn the secrets of the arcane arts. Be warned, the study of magic is not for the faint of heart. It requires great skill, a sharp mind, and endless patience. Worry not, you are in good hands. I have studied under the titans of the arcane arts, the grand wizard Mordenkainen, the enigmatic witch Tasha, amongst others whom I shall not name. Now begins your first step into the world of the Aether. Now begins your journey into the world of magic. Before we can learn about spells, we must understand where magic comes from in this world. While gods like Mystra claimed that magic is in their domain, the truth of the matter is far more complex. Magic is a force of creation and destruction in equal measure. It follows no law or order, no good or evil. Magic simply is. It is the lifeblood of our world and many a realm beyond. Magic is divided into two categories, arcane and divine. Arcane magics are those that arise from the works of wizards and sorcerers, those who pluck at the essence of magic through talent, study, energy, and sheer force of will. Divine magics, on the other hand, are granted to the faithful. Gods bless clerics and paladins with mystical might in exchange for their faith and adherence to religious doctrines. Druids are similar, though their magic comes from the force of nature itself. A more direct communication with the weave. What is the weave? Oh, goodness, you have to know. Magic flows through this realm and those beyond, through ley lines. Think of them as rivers of raw magical energy, unseen and unfelt by those who do not practice the magical arts. And these countless ley lines twist and spin and turn to form the weave of magic, an endless tapestry of pure energy, the stuff of destruction and creation. Harnessing the weave through arcane or divine means brings with it endless risks and limitless potential. To be a practitioner of the mystic arts is to pluck at the weave, feeling its power within you, and forge the raw energy into spells. This is the basic principle, and there are many ways in which one can accomplish this. The most common practice is the study of magic as a science, more commonly known as wizardry. Wizards study the weave, developing complex formulae and hand gestures and magical words and material components to channel the weave into a myriad of spells. The path of the wizard is often a path of scholarly pursuits and endless experimentation. Such a practice could take decades to master, but the rewards are more than worth it. With the proper research and materials, there is no spell that a wizard cannot cast nor create. Trust me when I say, being a wizard is worth every last bit of time and money. But some do not need to spend their time toiling away with books and magical theory. Some are born with a piece of the weave within their very soul. Their essence is alight with arcane power. These men and women are known as sorcerers, locusts of pure magic. To them, casting a spell is like flexing a muscle. It is a part of who and what they are, and the more they use it, the stronger it gets. Some even have the ability to alter the very nature of spells in ways no other can. An extraordinary feat called meta-magic. Imagine being able to cast a fireball that harms only who you wish it to harm, or casting 2 spells for the price of 1. Each sorcerer has a source to their magical power. Maybe you have the blood of a dragon flowing through your veins. Perhaps you are the result of an experiment, or maybe you are touched by a higher power. Whatever the source of your magic, sorcerers are extremely capable casters, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit jealous of them. But perhaps you are a student of both magic and music? A performer at heart? Worry not, Strixhaven accepts many a bard into her halls. Bards do not have the harsh study or the innate skills of wizards and sorcerers, but I dare say they do not need them. Bards pluck at the weave through song, story, and performance. So deep is their love of their arts that through the power of imagination and the force of will do they channel magic into spells. It is said that bards can charm the weave to their side through song alone, and I dare say I believe it. To feel the inspiring chords of a bard's chorus burning inside you like warm fire is invigorating. I do hope that they do that in this year's musical theater. Though for every connoisseur of the arts, there are those who wish to imbue magic into the very objects we use every day. The true pillars of magical invention are the artificers. A rather new field of magical study. Artificers are magical engineers that imbue the weave into all kinds of objects. Suits of armor that can channel magic, weapons that can use the weave as fuel, and potions with extra kick to them. To create such things takes a special kind of genius. Finally, there are those whom are shunned in the arcane community, though I am not among them. For those who do not have the wherewithal to study, to experiment and practice manipulating the weave, seek a faster way to magical power. But always at a heavy price. To make a deal with an otherworldly patron in exchange for magical power is to become a warlock. The nature of these deals varies as widely as their powers. You may have a pact with a devil from the 9 hells, or perhaps you made a deal with the denizens of the realm of fairies, or maybe you have been given bizarre powers from those unknowable beings that sleep beyond the veil of stars. Or maybe you found a cursed magical sword and touched it without thinking. Strixhaven is expanding its doors to warlocks for the first time this year. Together we will find out the nature of your pact and help you take back control. But what about you divine casters? Well, paladins and clerics are gifted with divine magics through their faith in their gods, and their absolute devotions to the teachings and values of their deity. The magical colleges provides you all with a place to meditate, to pray, and to deepen your faith and understanding of your gods and the power they gift you. Remember, the end result for any spell is the same, no matter where your power comes from. So don't fret about being forced into a classroom with wizards and clerics in them at the same time. But please, keep religious talk outside of the classroom. Finally, the divine casters known as Druids. These ones have learned to communicate with the weave in ways no wizard or bard ever could. Through their deep understanding of nature and their understanding of their place within it, Druids have learned to harness the weave not through willpower or experimentation, or the blessings of the divine, but through a deep and wise connection to the weave itself. Apart from sorcerers, Druids might be the most in tune with the weave, in a manner of speaking, of course. This connection lets Druids take on the forms of animals and summon elemental magics of all kinds. The colleges will have plenty of natural areas and open spaces for young Druids of all circles to strengthen their connection to the natural weave. The same goes for rangers, of course. Now you know the basic nature of magic, and the many practitioners of the mystic arts within our world. Join me next time to learn all about the different schools of magic, and what each one is capable of. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this dumb little idea of mine. If you did, leave a like, share the video with some friends, and leave a comment about your favorite type of caster and magical class in D&D. Subscribe for more content and check out my social media in the description below. Thank you so much.